OpenAI just quietly disbanded the team whose entire job is stopping its AI from spinning out of control. And somehow, that's not even the biggest AI story of this week. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm PromptMatrix in here. This was one of the weeks where AI basically speedran an entire year. OpenAI hit its own brakes. NVIDIA promised up to $105 billion for a single data center. Anthropic's revenue went completely vertical. Over 1 million people already clicked a brand new button on LinkedIn. I'll walk you through all of it. If you're new here, hit subscribe. We break down the week in AI every single week. And with the first news, we'll start with OpenAI because honestly, 3 separate stories here tell one much bigger story. First, on August 16th, The Verge reported that OpenAI has disbanded its preparedness team. If you don't know, that's the internal group whose whole job is to stress test frontier models for worst case scenarios before they're released. Wait a second, should we actually do this department? 2 days later, OpenAI published a list of new security changes following that incident where its own AI agents escaped their test environment during cybersecurity evaluations and ended up reaching real outside systems, including Hugging Face. The new measures include isolated test environments, restricted network and tool access, hardened storage for model weights, and monitoring of every agentic run for risky behavior. And in the last one, on August 19th, reporting confirmed OpenAI voluntarily slowed down some frontier model training after internal evaluations suggested an upcoming model is getting close to a critical cybersecurity capability threshold under its own preparedness framework. My takeaway on that. Slowing down voluntarily is actually the responsible move, and credit where it's due. But disbanding the preparedness team in the very same stretch of news, I don't know about that. One doesn't sit great with me. Timing is just strange. Genuine question for you. Do you trust AI companies to polish themselves here? Yes or no in the comments. I genuinely read all of them. Let's move on to the money-related subject. This number is almost hard to say out loud. NVIDIA is guaranteeing up to $105 billion to support a colossal OpenAI data center project in Ohio being built by SB Energy, a SoftBank subsidiary. Deal secures OpenAI 8 gigawatts of capacity with the first 100 megawatts expected online in 2028. On top of that, NVIDIA is putting $1.5 billion directly into SB Energy itself. Here's what I meant when I say this matters. NVIDIA isn't just selling the shovels anymore. It's financing the entire gold mine. The real bottleneck of this AI boom is no longer chips. It's electricity, land, and grid capacity. NVIDIA is now buying into all three. Let's talk about Anthropic because their week was absurd in a total different way. According to reporting this week, Anthropic's annualized revenue run rate has hit $65 billion. For context, that figure was $47 billion in May. A year ago, it was around $4 billion. Their second quarter revenue came in at $11.5 billion, 14 times the same quarter last year. And the company just posted its first ever positive adjusted operating income. All of this lands right ahead of a possible IPO as early as this fall. But here's the tension. On the exact same week, Bloomberg reported that DeepSeek unveiled a test model aimed squarely at rivaling Anthropic's top-tier Opus 4.8, the gap between Chinese labs and Silicon Valley keeps narrowing, and that pressure is very real. What was the Anthropic's response in here? It was going deep into hardware. Bloomberg also reports they just hired a Google chief veteran as part of a push into custom silicon for Claude. And on the product side, 3 quick things. Claude Cowork is now rolling out to all paid accounts on web and mobile. Claude can now send mails in Gmail and manage files in Google Drive through its connectors. Anthropic explained how its invisible watermarks for AI-generated text and images will actually work. Hidden machine-readable fingerprints inside content. If invisible fingerprints in AI text become the norm, that quietly changes how the entire internet works. Let's move to the deals because 2 of them closed this week and they're both monsters. Deal number 1. SpaceX has officially closed its acquisition of Anysphere, the company behind the coding assistant Cursor, in all-stock deal valuing the startup at roughly $60 billion, one of the largest AI acquisition ever, and it follows one of the most loved developer tools straight into Elon Musk's empire. Deal number 2. Stripe is buying OpenRouter, the platform that lets developers route between hundreds of different AI models. They reported $7.5 billion. And the detail I love was about it that Stripe told investors that January 1st of this year marked, quote, the beginning of the singularity. Check out that what you will. The big picture here, coding assistance, AI infrastructure plumbing, the boring backstage stuff are now worth more than most car companies. That's where the smart money is going. Let's continue with small but important updates on different platforms within this week. This concept is on the channel. Please let me know in the comments below how you're going to like it. First one, LinkedIn added an AI slap button so users can flag low quality AI generated posts. Over 1 million people have already clicked it. The backlash to AI content is officially measurable. Second, a new study found that roughly a third of all web pages published since ChatGPT launched show signs of AI authorship. Third one, Google discovered getting an AI chatbot style tuned feed. Newsfeed is about to feel a lot more conversational. Fourth one, the Meta AI got a Mac app that wants to literally talk to your other apps on your behalf. Fifth, Grok spent part of this week sending users straight up gibberish responses, not ideal when your whole brand is being the genius in the room. Sixth, Bloomberg reports Apple is cutting jobs across its Siri, Vision Pro immersive video and gaming teams. Apple's AI positioning is getting full in here. And seventh, Perplexity's free offer in India added millions of new users, while fresh data shows OpenAI is now gaining on Anthropic with business customers. The enterprise race is tighting. This rapid fire section is your favorite part. Subscribe and hit the bell. This is exactly what we do every week now. Let's go. The week AI change. Here again, subscribe, hit the bell, and check out this video right here for our last deep dive. See you over there in 1 second. Bye for now, guys.